Hey there, Taurus. So welcome to your reading for the week of January something. January 15th, I believe. I have no clue. I never know what week it is. There it is. It's the 15th, so I was right. But let's see what is going on for you this week. And let's see what comes up here. It should be a pretty good week. You kick it off with getting something you wish for, 9 of Hearts. Very good card. And let's keep going. I think you need to be more sure of yourself at this time as well. You have the 8 of Clubs coming up, which it could be just some like lingering doubts and things like that this week, but it actually looks like a good week. So you have the 9 of Hearts, getting something you wish for, getting something you want, which is very good. Can represent a long distance relationship as well, or being interested in somebody from far away. And I wouldn't normally say that, but you have the 10 of Spades as well. So both of these cards, and you have the 5 of Diamonds as well, these are all cards of travel and long distance, so definitely could be a possibility at this time. Love looks good this week as well. You have several positive love cards, so that is definitely a possibility. Next, you have the 8 of Clubs. Like I said, I feel like, I put this down, and normally to me this represents confusion, but I feel like for you, it just represents lingering doubts about something, doubting whether something's going to work out, or doubting whether you should do something, or whether you should meet somebody. I would say that anywhere you have doubts, definitely let go of your fears, which is your next card here. So definitely let that stuff go, especially any lingering doubts. Next, you have the 7 of Spades. Like I said, internal fears that don't exist. Needing to let go of your fears, needing to let go of things that are holding you back. I've told you for a long time now, if you've been watching me since the beginning, that I think a lot of your fears are about doing something on your own, stepping off on your own, or, kind of being more independent in life, which is, probably one of your main lessons, I guess, because it keeps coming up. So don't be afraid to be independent or to do your own thing. Next, you have the 5 of Diamonds. Starting something new, or starting some sort of new business or something like that. This is a card that does represent, to me, its meaning is just a good time to start something new. So it doesn't matter what you're starting, but it could be pretty much anything. But if you're thinking about starting something, I would say now is the time. I would also say this is a great card for selling things. So if you're in sales, or if you just need money, it's a great card for just finding stuff to sell in your house, or if you're selling your house, it's a great card. Pretty much anything could be good for this card here. Next, you have the 3 of Hearts. I usually don't attach a meaning to this card. To me, it's just an indicator card. It just says things are moving in a positive direction. Even if you had any negative cards here, which you really don't, 10 of Spades you have, which could be a negative card, but again, I don't always read it like that anyway. But if you did, this card would push it more towards the positive side of things. I do think that just looking at the cards, you have like a lot of odd numbered cards, 9, 5, this card here. These can be cards in the 7, of course. These can be cards of feeling off balance, feeling like things aren't, feeling like things aren't into balance. I think, there's like a big question mark for you this week on how to create balance. I think that's that 8 of Clubs coming up. And, I think it's you kind of questioning how to create more balance in your life, or how you can feel more secure. Again, I feel like for Taurus, the security is in you. And maybe that's part of the problem. I think with Uranus moving into your sign this year, that, again, that's what I think it will be you surprising yourself. I think that's what will be happening, is that, once we get to that point. And then, of course, it's always funny to me when these things happen, when, like, Uranus moves into a sign, the person always is, like, doing that, finding more power in themselves or whatever. And then Uranus retrogrades back out of your sign. So it's like, I think these doubts will be called up again, maybe later on in the year, and it's kind of like a test from the universe. And then I think once we get into 2019, and then Uranus is moving back forward through your sign, it's kind of like another chance to be able to be more independent and all this other stuff. So I'm sure we'll talk about it more in 2019 as well. Next, you have the 10 of Spades. Like I said, travel. To me, this card can represent travel. For some of you, it could represent long-distance relationships with that 9 of Hearts. Or, again, it could be representing being interested in somebody from a long distance. For the rest of you, it can just represent letting things go. It's kind of like a death card. So a lot of you could be transforming at this time. And finally, you have the Jack of Hearts. So, again, love coming in for a lot of you. This can represent an admirer. And for others of you, it can just represent needing to have more fun, as I always say. But I think that, really the message this week is kind of recognizing your own power and being more independent at this time. But it looks good. So thank you for watching, and enjoy your week.